we back. I noticed that a lot of times when I record these videos, it's like after I hit the gym, so I'm always wearing the same tank tops all the time. Wanted to switch it up a little bit today and rock a little Tommy, you know, you see, we got the Tommy going, you know, nobody cares. You don't care. Now, let's take a look at who's ready to negotiate. If there's anyone else I would like to offer right now, Chris Godwin, he's only 28. I'm thinking if we can throw him a 2-year offer and see how he is up until he's 30. There we go. We got Chris Godwin back, and it's a lot better deal for us because his old contract had him making $27 million this season. So we are happy to bring him back on a lower deal. Russell Gage is someone I'm not sure I'm going to bring back. And speaking of players that are here, Romeo Okwara, let me go show you the team. So, if you watched the last episode, you know that I tried using Stevie Long as a rush defensive end. It did not work, and I don't really like any of our options as rush ends. Kalijah Cansey is still developing. He doesn't look great. Other guys on the roster like Greg Gaines, Joe Tryon-Shenko, whatever, they looked whatever to me. Romeo Okwara has a dominant trait. He comes in with 83 power moves, so at the very least, he might be our only guy that has above 80-something for rushing, so we will put him as a rush end and hope that he can make a difference while Servassier Dennis is out. All I want to see is that nobody is injured during training. Aha. Zach Wilson gets an upgrade. I'm thinking this is where we just try to get some of his accuracies up. You know, throw on the run, throw under pressure, whatever. It's getting better little by little by little. But, oh my God, I cannot handle this guy just missing people wide open when there's no pressure, no nothing. So it's got a little bit more accuracy. It still kind of stinks, but a little bit. This game is all about revenge. We have traveled to Carolina to take on the Panthers. And we remember just a few weeks ago, they took us down 48-17 in the season opener. We will be looking to avenge that loss today, as Zach Wilson coming off his best game of the season so far. And Chris Godwin, and the rest of this Buccaneers offense looks like it could be a force once again in the NFC. But today it's the defense that needs to step up and hold down Bryce Young and the Panthers. Let's get into some football here today. Ladies and gentlemen, the Panthers will start off with the ball. Buccaneers all set up, ready to kick this one off. Case McLaughlin has it teed up, and we are underway here in week 4 of season 2. And this this kick will not be returned. Bryce Young onto the field. We'll see his numbers. Obviously, he had a really good game against us in week 1. See how he's been since then. Through 3 games, has 887 yards, 8 touchdowns to 1 interception. So it's really good. Sophomore breakout potentially for Bryce Young. You know what? We got some new looks over on this defense. Romeo Okwara is on that left side of your defensive line, so we are hoping to see some things out of him today, as there's a huge hit by Devin White. And oh man, it looks like we are going to set the tone early in this one and say this game will not be the same. I know we just saw this team a few weeks ago, but let's run through it real quick once again. Quarterback Bryce Young, running back Miles Sanders and Chuba Hubbard. Wide receiver Jonathan Mingo, Adam Thielen, KJ Hamler, and Deontay Hardy. KJ Hamler killed us in that first game. Hayden Hurst at wide receiver, and an offensive line that is serviceable, except kind of in the middle. It's not as great. This is a toss to Miles Sanders, looking for some space on the outside. He had some for a second. Chased down, though, by Kalijah Cansey. Ends up getting a gain of 6. 3rd down and 4. Looking for our first stop of the day already. And that one is dropped by number 1. Who is number 1? Is that KJ Hamler? I don't even know who that is. It is KJ Hamler. As you know, Bryce Young tried to complete a pass in traffic. Hamler probably should come down with it, but it is 4th down and 4. There's a stop for the defense. We get to see some more Zach Wilson. He had a great game last week. I believe he had 3 passing touchdowns, no interceptions, a fairly good completion percentage for once. As his numbers so far through 3 games, well, I'll say 2.5 games, as he was hurt for that Chief game. 4 touchdowns, 2 picks, 689 yards. First and 10 from the 30. Our first play of the day is a handoff to Rashad White, and Keith just decided he never wanted to get out in front and block anyone. So we start with a loss of 1. Not really what you want to see on your first play of the game, but that's what we got. Cordero Patterson checks in on second down. It's 2nd and 11. And this pass going deep down the field for Keir Palmer. And the legend of Keir continues. 21 yards. First down, Buccaneers. I just remembered I forgot to go through the injury report, and I understand why there was no space to the outside on both of these runs. Let me go show you guys who is injured. So, it might be important to note that Tristan Wirfs and Servassier Dennis are both out. Tristan Wirfs being a huge one on the offensive line. So, if Brian Burns is ever lined up over there on our left tackle, we may see some not fun things. So far, it looks like he's going to be lined up on the other side. Here's a quick pass for Cade Otton, though, and Otton able to pick up 13 yards and a first down. Throwing the ball against the blitz there. Make it 1st and 10 from the 35. Here's a quick pass to the outside for Chris Godwin, and Godwin gets a block from Keir Palmer. Palmer truly does it all, doesn't he? I mean, he's throwing a block there. He has a 21-yard catch on this drive. Maybe this rookie is truly him on all levels. 1st and 10 from the 15. Wilson back to pass. End zone for Chris Godwin, and it's overthrown. Had him open in the end zone. Just missed him. Would have been a beautiful start to this game. Instead, it's 2nd down and 10. Here's a fake to Rashad White. And you know what? There's room on the outside for Zach Wilson. And Wilson going to keep it himself. Runs into Rashad White. Could have picked up more, but Rashad, you got to get out the way. Trey Palmer checks into the game on 3rd and 6. And Wilson out to his right. Hits Russell Gage. And that'll be 4th and 1 from the 6-yard line. And what does the game want me to do? You know what? The game wants me to go for it. Therefore, we will go for it. I probably would have made this choice myself, but I like that whatever. 4th down and 1. Trusting Rashad White right up the middle. Stuffed at the 1-yard line, but able to pick up 4 or 5 yards and a first down. 1st and goal from the 1. Handoff to Rashad White, and Rashad barrels forward into the end zone. Buccaneers on top early in this one. Had a little sliver of room to run through and snuck through it. 7-0 Bucks. I said I wanted more balance this week, and well, on that first drive, we had 5 run plays, 5 pass plays. That is what we call balance, if I've ever seen it before. Bryce Young takes back over with the Panthers, and this is a first down throw to Hayden Hurst. They gain it 10 yards. Hayden Hurst killed us in week 1. I want to say he had all of the catches and all of the yards. That's literally the only way to describe what Hayden Hurst did to us. 1st and 10, looking for somebody up front to generate some pressure. As Bryce Young back to pass again. This one is caught once again by Hurst, but loses a yard this time, as maybe he should have just let it go incomplete because there was no room for anything there. I'm terrified of this play. Means it's 2nd down and 11. We'll see another handoff from Miles Sanders, who runs right into Antoine Winfield. Picks up maybe a yard, and it's 3rd and long. 3rd down and 10. Man coverage across the board for your Buccaneers. And this pass is knocked away. The rookie Brandon Pointer makes one of his first plays on the year, rocking his new jersey number 21. Nice play by the Rook. Rashad White, what are you averaging? A little over 4 yards a carry. You know, you're not doing too bad. You're doing pretty good, actually. 1st and 10 from the 26. Here is a fake to Rashad White. And pass going deep down the field. It is underthrown. I mean, maybe it's my fault for throwing that ball, but either way, pass is underthrown. I just expect that we can get that there. I mean, here Palmer has a step. It's definitely not my best choice, I guess. No, I mean, I think it's the only choice, actually. Let's be real. An NFL quarterback can run to his left even if he's right-handed. I know it makes the throw harder, but it's very possible. Madden just doesn't understand that. You know, Madden goes, oh, running to the opposite side of your throwing arm is hard. Let's make it as if a toddler is trying to do it, and not an NFL quarterback, because that's pretty much what they do. They're gonna score a touchdown here, whatever. But yeah. I know someone might watch this and go, "Oh, why would you even throw that? That's stupid." And because it's stupid that's that hard of a pass to make. That's why. Maybe that just means Zach Wilson's not an NFL quarterback. Nice play. Our defense is looking a lot more, stout is the word I'll use so far in this one. Maybe, just maybe, someone can generate a little bit of pressure. Maybe, just maybe, Isaiah Simmons will lay a big hit on Hayden Hurst, and we'll hold the Panthers to just a field goal. And we got Rashad White. You know, we saw the same thing last time. He didn't get a single carry. All I did was throw an interception. So yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna try to run this stretch again. I just don't know if we're ever gonna get the same type of blocking. I have to show you guys who our left tackle is this week. Because if you guys remember, I don't know if I showed it in the offseason video, but in the offseason video, we signed an undrafted free agent. His name was Zach Allen. He's not good enough to start. He's really more of a third guy. So we went out and signed Duron Christian, I think is his name. I hope that's his name. We signed him along with Romeo Okwara this week. And why did we sign him? Well, I'll show you. Because he can pass block. That's all he's got going for him. He can't really run block anything, but he can pass block, and that's what I want out of my left tackle. So this is going to be our starter for the next few weeks. This is most definitely a blitz coming from that safety there. Yep. And we're going to try to hit Cade Otton. No, it's another overthrow. That is just no excuse for that. We got to hit that pass. Makes it 3rd and 4. And we're going to hit Rashad White out of the backfield. That's just a good play. I wasn't looking at anything else. I don't know if anything was open deeper downfield. Whatever. We will take the yards that are given to us. 1st and 10 from the 41 now. Wilson back to pass again, and he throws an absolute dime, but Pierre Palmer. That is a perfect throw by Zach Wilson. So, you know, a bad one for an interception, but that time Pierre's got to come down with it. That was a beautiful ball over the linebacker's head. One thing I wanted to point out, we are now on 11-minute quarter, so I dropped it by a minute. And I don't like anything I have here, but I like that we have Zach Wilson with some wheels, and he's going to run for a gain of, it's a gain of 3 on a play that looked like we weren't going to get anything. 3rd down and 7. Zach Wilson back to pass again, looking for somebody open. Oh, God, we got to throw it away. Throw it away. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't like anything I had. Good defense by the Panthers. I felt like I wanted to try to scramble and extend the play, but they had that bottled up as well, so just threw it away. We have had some pretty solid defense so far in this one. We're going to send 5 again on this play. 1st and 10 from the 20 now. And Bryce Young back to pass, looking for a man open, and oh my God, it's KJ Hamler again. I can't make it up, dude. I cannot make up the fact that KJ Hamler is unguardable. It's KJ Hamler, he's just gonna do this every time we play him, I guess. And we have people out of position for their coverage here. There's a nice play. Oh, I know we can't tackle Hayden Hurst. Even when I try to do a wrap-up tackle, we cannot tackle tight ends. 3 tight ends set to the left of your screen. Handoff goes to Miles Sanders. Sanders tried to find the edge. It was not available to him. Isaiah Simmons and Joe Tryon-Shoyinka in on the tackle. Makes it 3rd and 4. On 3rd and 4, Young back to pass now. Looking for somebody open. Bryce Young under pressure. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka. I believe that is his 1st of the year, and it's 4th and 15. And that's a huge sack as well, because instead of a field goal, now they have to punt it back to us. They should be able to pin us relatively deep with just a decent punt. I mean, for some reason I'm going to try to boost the punt accuracy and see if the AI can get better, but they're just terrible at punting. Well, anyone who was an avid watcher of Season 1 knows that this was one of my favorite plays to throw to Russell Gage here. And it's not going to be on this play, though, as I just didn't like it. Romeo Okwara's brother in on the sack. That's a loss of 10. I don't know if these plays are just taking too long to develop or if I'm not seeing people open or what, but oh, Kate Otten's open here. Kate Otten, corner route, big time play, big time ball, big time catch. Everything was big time about that one. Kate Otten, 2 catches for 41 yards after that huge play. And now Wilson under pressure immediately. Rolling out to his right. He has Rachaad White open. Floats it downfield for Rachaad, who breaks the tackle. And Rachaad White gonna go all the way. 57-yard catch. What a play. Zach Wilson felt the pressure coming from his left side immediately, and he was right. There was an absolute blitz coming from his left, so he sprinted out to his right, floated for Rachaad White, who was wide open, and breaks a tackle, and the rest is history. 14-3 Bucks. KJ Hamler has 282 yards on the season, and you know what? 200 of them are against us, and that's probably not even an exaggeration. I really wish it was. 6 minutes left here in this first half. I think we're getting a decent amount of possessions both ways. And wow, I thought Isaiah Simmons was going to really have a chance of making a play there. He did end up making a play, so I don't know what I'm saying. But well, maybe he'd have a chance at an interception is what I'll say. Brandon Pointer onto the field once again. He'll be defending Hayden Hurst on this play. As Young back to pass again, looking for somebody open. Underneath, he has Miles Sanders, and he's taken down. Spear by Devin White. Looking like Roman Reigns there for a second. I'm going to start naming all of the WWE superstars in history that have ever had a spear. Last season, it was a lot of Edge and Goldberg. This season, you know, there's a Roman Reigns mention. That play is open, and who else is it? Who else but KJ Hamler? First of all, beautiful ball by Bryce Young. I mean, he anticipated that he was going to come open against our zone there and just floated it out there. I really can't even be upset about it. I'm just upset that it's KJ Hamler killing us. Why can't it be Jonathan Mingo killing us? Or I don't even know. These receivers suck. They should have signed one. The Panthers are the type of team, you know, we saw Odell Beckham in free agency this past offseason. The Panthers are the type of team that should have threw him a one-year deal and see if they could sign him. You know, give Bryce Young someone to throw to. I mean, he's throwing to... I mean, Mingo could be good. But KJ Hamler, I mean, if he's not playing us, he's probably not very good. Let's be real. KJ Hamler is not that good. For some reason, he just kills us. I can't explain why, but he just does. 2nd down and 8. After the 2-yard catch from Thielen. And this pass goes to the outside. Good coverage. Look at Devin White. I mean, how many linebackers are going to come across the formation and make a play like this? Am I controlling Devin White? Yes, I am. Do I care? No. And this pass is going to go quickly for Jonathan Mingo as he's able to beat Christian Fulton, but Mingo down on the play. This is the team that already has a relatively weak receiver core, and now they are out without their second-year player, Mingo. I'm going to have to monitor his health as this game goes along. Young back to pass again. Going to the outside for Hamler. And this time just overthrows him. Maybe overload a side here and try to generate a little pressure somehow, some way. The answer is we can't. But eventually, pressure gets to Bryce Young. Kenneth Murray on the linebacker blitz finally slips through and takes down Bryce Young for a 14-yard loss. We're going to play some off coverage here. I think that's the right idea. We're not going to try to press and get beat over the top. We're just going to play off coverage. It's 3rd and 14. Bryce Young, that's a terrible throwaway. That is an awful throwaway by Bryce Young. I mean, you got to get it to someone there. Miles Sanders is open underneath. Is he going to pick up 24 yards and a first down? No, probably not. But my God, you got to give one of your players a chance to do something. Just over 2 minutes remaining here in the second half. Rachaad White having himself a really solid day. Maybe not running the ball as well as he would like to, but A huge touchdown catch will make everything feel better, wouldn't it? 1st and 10. This will be a fake to Rashad. And Zach Wilson going to escape up the middle. Wilson gets a gain of 7, and there's the 2-minute warning. I would like to do that more often. I mean, we step up and we just find a little bit of space. I think that's a play that needs to happen more, but it feels like you're never able to step up in Madden. Like, there's always someone right there if you try to step up. Here's Rashad White going to catch the pass once again, and Rashad picks up 4 yards and another 1st down. But we're going to have to move a little quicker here as time is running out here in the 1st half. Minute and 38 seconds remaining. Wilson back to pass again, and no blitz sent this time, but nobody's open. I don't understand why. There's just nobody open. We'll get Zach, that's really bad. It's a really, really bad throw. That's terrible. 3rd and 10. I'm just gonna line up a screen. That's all we're gonna do. We're just gonna line up a little screen for Rashad White, and maybe he can get a. No, he's not gonna get the 1st down. They're actually gonna call a timeout. That's a failed drive right there. And now it's up to Bryce Young to get them a little bit closer once again. But, ooh, that type of pass is telling me Bryce Young might not get him any closer. Brandon Pointer getting a little more playing time today. I don't know if that was intended by me. I feel like I remember putting him in. Either way, he's in the game. So, actually, yes, it was intended. I was looking at his stats, and there's a breakup by Jamel Dean. Wow. 11 of 23 1st half for Bryce Young. He's not looking too hot. But yeah, I was looking at Brandon Pointer's stats compared to Zion McCollum, and look, I know Zion McCollum had an incredible season last year, as there's a tackle made. We're going to call a timeout, and we're going to get another possession here with a minute remaining. But yeah, as I was saying with Brandon Pointer, I was comparing him to Zion McCollum, and like I said, as much as we all loved Zion McCollum, Brandon Pointer, he's just like 4 or 5 points better in man coverage. He's like, oh wait, here's a floated pass out for Chris Godwin. Catch is made. Godwin by himself, one man to beat, gets thrown down. There's also a flag on the play. And it's a hold on the offense. Cody Mauch ruins a big play, and Cal Baker is now injured. So our whole offensive line is just going to get injured, I guess. That is perfect. That's just what we want to see. Here's a pass for Russell Gage, and Gage gets a gain of 14. We're going to call our 2nd timeout there. I would really enjoy it if Cal Baker is not too injured here. 2nd down and 6. Wilson back to pass again. Throwing to the outside for Chris Godwin. Godwin wide open. Godwin from 59 yards out. Big play day for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this is the complete opposite of what we saw back in week 1. That'll take us to the end of the 1st half. 21-6 lead over the Panthers. The Buccaneers are feeling good so far in this one. I talked about having balance, and we have none. We've run 21 pass plays to 5 run plays. So that's me balancing our offense. See what Cordero Patterson can do. He'll catch this at his own 1 yard line. And oh my God, Cordero Patterson right up the middle. Cordero Patterson starting the 2nd half with a huge 99-yard return. And things just continue to get worse for the Panthers. Patterson just ran that one right up the middle. Untouched. To the house. Maybe they need to get this guy the football more. Miles Sanders in the backfield has barely touched the ball. And you know what? Maybe they don't need to get him the ball more. Actually, 8 carries, you know. I feel like if you're a Panthers fan and you're watching them play, you're expecting Miles Sanders to get somewhere between 9 to 15 carries and 4 or 5 catches. And that's probably what you're happy with. Dude, this offense stinks. I want you to understand these are the same exact sliders that we were using back in week 1 against the Panthers. And they beat us 48-17 in week 1. Same exact sliders. Sometimes that's just how the game goes. Different week, different team in a way. Not actually a different team, just different team in a sense that, you know, they come in with different expectations for themselves, different preparation, I guess is what I'll say. And you get a different result. And that result is us being up 28-6 right now. There's a quick pass to the outside. Hayden Hurst with a catch, and Isaiah Simmons whiffs on him. Anson Winfield knocks him out of bounds. Still, Bryce Young just 14 of 29. Hayden Hurst, even though Young has struggled, Hayden Hurst still a little beacon of hope as he has 5 catches for over 50 yards. But you know, we're used to that from Hayden Hurst. He's just always finding the right space against the defense, especially when he plays against us. Like I said, I think he had double-digit catches, like 160 yards against us in the first game, which is unreal for Hayden Hurst. But here we are this week. He has a decent amount of catches once again, and it's okay. And no one wants to tackle Miles Sanders. He's just going to get a first down there. I don't understand how. Oh, God. I am stuck on Romeo Okwara. That's a pick. It's not a pick, but it's a really nice play by Carlton Davis. And you know what, Carlton, if you would have let Adam Thielen, of all people, moss you, you probably would have been traded before the game was over. So, good job making a play. Bryce Young back to pass once again, looking for somebody open. And Bryce Young taken down for a sack. It's the rookie, Stevie Long. First sack of his career. Oh, I need to see a replay. I need to see a replay. What did Stevie Long do? No, oh, he just put a little move on the center. He just put a little move on him. What did he do? What did he do? Oh, I need a better replay than that. I need a better replay than that. What did Stevie Long do? He said a little skirt, little rip move, and Bryce Young had nowhere to go. Stevie Long finally. Offense finally taking the field here. We've gone like 4 or 5 possessions in a row without Rachaad White touching the football. We're going to go ahead and change that on this possession. Let's just run a nice little inside zone. Rachaad White right up the middle. And Rachaad, you know what, finds a bit of space. Only 6 carries on the day, but he can't really be too upset. I think he has 3 or 4 catches. So can he really be too upset? No. How could you be really any upset at all when you have a 40 or 50 something yard touchdown catch? He gets 2 carries here and doesn't go very far. The run game also just hasn't been very good. Everything we have done today has been through the air. And, oh, I need to not run into a defensive end there. That's on me. That's my fault. I need to be more patient. I don't think I was under any sort of pressure. I just need to be patient. Cade Otton's going to break away from his guy there. That's my fault. You know, we're happy with how our offense is playing, obviously. How could we not? We have 28 points. Here's a handoff for Miles Sanders. Spear by Jey Uso. 2nd and 7. And we got another 2nd and 6 from the 32. And we just sent an all-out blitz. Miles Sanders was never going to have a chance. I was blitzing with everyone. It was an all-out blitz. I wish I was lying. I don't know if I showed you guys the play art before the play started, but I was sending the house, sending the heat. 3rd down and 8. Young trying to keep this drive alive, floating deep for KJ Hamler, and this time Hamler drops it. Wow. Wow. I hate when the game doesn't give me the cutscene of my players running onto the field, because that's where I like to start talking about my players. Here is Zach Wilson on the carry, and Wilson takes it himself. Wilson loses the football. And luckily, offensive lineman Hainsey jumps onto it, and that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. Feels like that quarter absolutely flew right past. 28-12 is your score. You know, look at Rachaad White. Rachaad White finally with space to run. There's a good gain for Rachaad. I don't understand. It's bothering me. I still need to figure it out clearly. why Cordero Patterson never comes in the game. 1st and 10 from the 44. Here's a fake to Rashad. And Wilson rolling out to his right, has to throw it away. He's not having his best day throwing the football, but he's been all right. Make it 2nd and 10. Back to pass again is Wilson. Wilson going deep down the field. Caught by Chris Godwin. Godwin all the way up to the 16-yard line. Speaking of Cordero Patterson, there he is. This is all I wanted to see. I want Cordero Patterson to get 4 or 5 carries a game, catch 2 to 3 passes a game. That's it. He doesn't have to be like this player that gets a ton of looks like every single drive or anything, but I just want him to get looks. 2nd and 9. Rashad White checks back in. And I don't like anything I have here. Actually, I should have threw it to Chris Godwin a lot earlier. Oh, my God. No way he just caught that. No way Chris Godwin just caught that. I need to see a replay. If he truly toe-tapped this, this is an incredible catch by Chris Godwin. Oh, my God. He might have. He might have just did. I don't know. Hold on. Actually, you know what? No, we're just going to kick this field goal. No review or anything. We're just going to kick this field goal as quick as we can. Boom, boom, boom. It is up and good. Bryce Young, you are down 23 points. And just like I asked you last season when we blew you the fuck out, how will you respond? The answer so far has been you won't respond. You will just continue getting bitched by our team one way or another. Young back to pass on 1st down here. Going to the outside. That pass is off the mark for KJ Hamler. 18 of 37, 201 yards. That is not good. You know, we're at the point of the game where Carolina most likely just playing for pride. What else are they going to play for besides just a little bit of pride? 2nd down and 2. Young back to pass again. And this one is over the middle. I saw that coming. Once I saw Deontay Hardy breaking over the middle, I knew the ball was going to go to him. There's just 2 routes right in front of me that I had to guard as well. I'm going to press them. I think I can trust my... Oh, God. No, that's on me. That's on me. Please make a tackle. Please, one of you make a tackle. Please, please, please. 1st and 10 from the 12. Panthers are driving on this one. Bryce Young back to pass again. Going to the end zone. It's caught. No, it's dropped. I'll make it 3rd and 4. Young back to pass again. Looking for somebody open. Going to the corner. Caught. I don't even know who that is. It was a really, really nice catch. Keyshawn Butte with a touchdown grab here late in the game. And that'll likely make it... Oh, no, they're going to go for it. Instead of being 35-19, they're going to go for 2 here. You know what? I think that makes sense. I'm just going to... Oh, shit, I shouldn't blitz. I didn't realize they were going to pass it. 35-20. And I'm assuming they go for an onside kick. We are going to send out the hands team. They don't go for an onside kick. That is interesting. I thought it would have made sense here. Instead, they're trusting their defense to just get a stop. And Kadon on the outside. If we don't get a good block between those... Oh, my God, Rashad. Rashad White, you absolute demon. What was that? And he went from like 7 carries for 19 yards to 9 carries for 75 yards. That is silly. 1st and 10 from the 38. Wilson back to pass, setting up a screen for Cordero Patterson. And Patterson, you know, you're just hoping for a little bit more of a block there, but we just didn't get one. We don't have a lot of completions today. Well, it's just going to be weird stats-wise, I'll say. Oh, look at that cut by Zach. That was gross. Well, that was disgusting. Yeah, I don't even have words to describe how beautiful that cut was by Zach Wilson. And we should probably be chewing clock at this point in the game. But, of course, I'm a bozo, and I never turn on things like that. 2nd and 7. We're going to see another handoff for Rashad White here, and White has more room. It's another 1st down, and another injury to our offensive line. Cody Mauch holding his wrist. That is perfect. Dislocated elbow. So our entire offensive line is just going to get injured. How about that? 2nd down and 12. I hope we don't have to play a really good D-line next week because, my God, we will struggle. The stats in this game definitely look weird. 14 of 24 with 3 touchdowns and almost 300 yards is really, really odd from Zach Wilson from a number standpoint. We're 32nd in the league, giving up probably a generationally ass amount of passing yards. And that's on me because Miles Sanders is open. Wow, they're not throwing it to Miles Sanders. That is just a really poor decision by Bryce Young. They're going to go for it here, obviously. No reason not to. Do I trust man coverage on back-to-back plays? Yes. Should I? Probably not. Bad throw by Bryce Young, and we are going to end up winning this game 38-20. Oh, thank God we got a nice score. I am so happy with that. That is the end of this game. 38-20 is your score. We take down the Carolina Panthers in just a little bit of a revenge game. We had control the whole way. We were up 38-13 at one point, I believe. No, or was it? I don't even remember, man. All I know is this was a comfortable win, a nice, easy. I'm not going to say easy win. Yeah, it was easy. It was easy. What am I even talking about? Let's go take a look at our stats on the day. Zach Wilson, 15 of 20, 15 of 25, 15 of 20, 15 of 25, 288 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Running the ball, Rachaad White, probably his best game. No, actually, it's not his best game of the year. He was great against the Saints last week, especially near the end. But Wilson also picked up 34 yards. We had 125 rushing yards. I really want to see Cordero Patterson run the ball more, but we didn't. And then catching the ball, Chris Godwin is his best game of the season. Rachaad White, 4 for 78 and a touchdown. Cade Otton, 2 catches, 41 yards. Russell Gage, Kier Palmer had his quietest game of his rookie year, and Cordero Patterson, 1 catch for 5 yards. We need to get Cordero more touches. I need to figure out the auto subs because this is frustrating me. We had a ton of tackles for loss, like so many. Stevie Long had 2. Let's go, Stevie. Stevie Long also had his first sack. He's going to be the thumbnail of this video. Oh, we got a ton of upgrades after this one, including a few rookies, starting with Cal Baker. And you know what? He's already pretty solid at pass blocking, but that's what I need my man to be good at. So let's keep upgrading his pass blocking ability. And would you look at that? We get a couple to each rating. Every single one of his pass blocking skills are in the 80s now. That is beautiful. Stevie Long! Stevie Long! My man! Let's keep getting you better at your finesse moves. That's what I want. That's what I want from you. What can we put those +2 and +1 strength? This man already had 80 speed and 92 strength, or 91 strength. Now it's up to 92 strength. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. 78 finesse moves as well. Cody Monk, you know, he got injured in this past game, but we will see a little bit of a ratings boost, and I want to see him better at pass blocking. He's terrible at it. It's really all I gotta say is he's disgustingly bad at pass blocking. So that's an awful upgrade, though. Like that's gross. So near the end of that game, I said, hey, hopefully we don't play a really good defense in the next few weeks. Well, we have the 49ers and then the Ravens and then the Cowboys a couple weeks after that. So we might get eaten alive trying to pass the football these next few weeks. Guys, that's going to do it for me. Thank you for stopping by. As always, if you enjoy the content, drop a like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at _24kin. Follow me on Twitch. I do be streaming sometimes, 24kin. Peace out. Love y'all.